In this video, I'm going to show you the technique I used to use the scrap yarn with a laddered ribbon yarn. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get started. So this is what I've been doing. I get small scraps of yarn and my yarn needle and the ribbon yarn. And what I'll do is I'll take scrap of yarn and thread my yarn needle. And for the beginning and ending area of the yarn, I'll do maybe 5 segments. And I will take my yarn needle in and out of those 5 segments, just like so, right into the satin, or this polyester is what most of it is, but right into that spot. And this will be the very beginning of it. And the reason I'm going into the satin part is just to secure it a little better. So pull it out, pull it off the needle, and then I will slide this down to the end of the yarn, like so. And then for the middle part, it doesn't need to be woven through. You can if you want to make like a ball, but what I've done for this hat is I just started crocheting with it. And for the hat, I just did a flat circle. So you just do what you normally would when whatever you're crocheting. And you crochet until you only have maybe 8 inches left of the color that you're working with. Okay, I'm getting down to the last few inches of this yarn here. And in this case, I only made 3 stitches in the ring. But that doesn't matter. However many stitches you can get, you want to have a little tail left to work with. And you rethread your needle. And then if you want, you can just go in between the ladders instead of going right into them. This is a little more difficult because it's folded yarn, ribbon. If you get the flat, it's a little easier to work with. But I have that going in a different project, so so I'll weave it in and out for just a few inches over and under, like so. And I still have some left down here. And so then I'll go, and now that I'm down to the last few inches, then I will go over and under in the little ladder part itself. So I'll split it. Or you could just go up through the middle of it. You don't have to go under and over. And it's usually about 5 of the floats, or ladders, whatever you want to call them. I don't know the technical term. And there we go. That yarn is in there real well. And then you get your next piece of yarn. I like it something contrasting. And then you go on this end, and you want to go opposite the way the one is that you're working in. So this one went in this way, so I'm going to go from this direction. Go under the first part and over. And you could even split the yarn that you're going next to. And you do 3 or 4 of the floats, or the deals there. Come on, you can go through there. Here we go. And then pull it through. And draw it back down. And this only overlaps the yarn for about 2 inches. And that's all you need. And then you continue to crochet it or knit, whatever you're doing. This will work for either technique. The background noise is my puppy. She's playing with my other dog. And see, I'm going and I'm just continuing to crochet and not even worrying about those ends. And and if you're doing something like a hat, see that little tail popping up? You could just push that through to the inside, and that's all that would matter. So, and you continue, and when you get to the end of this one, you do the same thing that you did with the first color. Okay, if I make another stitch, there won't be enough to work with, so I'm going to stop here. And for the first few, I'm just going to go under and over the floats. I don't know what you call these. You could tell me in the comments below what you would call those things. The ladders, the rungs. So I'll do, you know, just a few of those over and under, just to kind of keep it together. And then I'm going to go through this part here itself. Need a little bit more than that. Here we go. And just go under a few of these. There is no right or wrong number of these to do. You can do that the whole length of your yarn if you wish. I do it and then I tug on it and test to see if it's long enough, and it looks like I need to go through one more with this piece. So for this, something this short, I'm going to put the needle in first, and then thread the yarn, and then pull it through. And then you take the next color. This one's a little longer piece. Oh, here, I'll use this peach. Fold it over, pop it through. And then go through, weave it. See where that one went down through? This one was going to come up from the top and out the other way. And where it comes up, go down. That way it's more like a woven together. So where it comes up, go down, and where it goes down, come up with a new one. And just repeat through a few of them. You don't need to do a whole lot. And I just pulled out that last loop of green. I could put it back in if I want, or I could just ignore it. I think I will weave it into the peach yarn and through the satin. And you just kind of wing it too. I mean, whatever works, right? This is just something I came up with on my own. I was using this laddered yarn and I doubled it with another yarn, and then I ran out. I went to add on the new piece and I came up with this idea. So then you just continue your work. Then I got down to the point Well, well, if I stopped at, it is more like 10 inches, but if I stopped at 8, because there's a puppy climbing up onto the table. This is my puppy. She wants to be in the video. Okay, let go of that.